Help me make my birthday special. Get over here. Make his birthday special. Say hello. Yes. Okay, it shouldn't be a contest. I love all 32 teams, but there is nothing like training camp with the Bills. They just do it kind of different. The vibes are high, as can be. Fans are here in full force. Is this the year? We'll ask that to Josh Allen. We will ask that to Dalton Kincaid, who I believe will be inheriting some of those, or most of those, or maybe all of those targets from the departed Stephon Diggs. I got to get my eyes on this Keon Coleman kid. Where's he at? Want to meet him for the very first time. And I do believe, and I'm going to need to drink like 17 Red Bull, or Red Buffalo, if you will, to handle Deion Dawkins. You know what's coming on Up and Adams. Well, if it isn't Mr. Hard Launch. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Great, Josh. No, let's get to some serious questions here. Pizza muffins. Mm-hmm. How are they affecting your game? Because I'm hearing you're having the best camp of your career, and Connor McGovern's just baking those things away?
Yeah, I would absolutely credit all my success to those pizza muffins and Connor. So as long as he keeps making them, I'm going to keep eating them. So we're going to be just fine.
Khalil Shakir is like the only Bills wide receiver that you're starting this camp with, that you have much chemistry with. Out of Dalton Kincaid, who we'll talk to today. How important, like in your list of priorities, executing and focusing on you, leadership, all of that, is the chemistry building with this group?
I mean, I think it's very high, but I think we're in a very good spot already. I think that, the guys that were here and we showed up for OTAs, got to spend a lot of time together. We worked out during the off-season part, the last, 2 months, if you will. So we got together. It's not so much about, the on-field stuff. It's about the off-the-field stuff. Can I trust you? Can I get to know who you are? Or how do you tick? So I know how to talk to you as a leader, how to get the best out of you. So it's been very good. These guys have been working their tails off. Everybody in that receiver room is competing as hard as they can right now, so it's a good group.
Best non-football story from Nashville?
We went to this kind of speakeasy lounge type deal, and we needed collared shirts, but we didn't have any.
Oh, I know that
so
place.
We walked
Peterson
in.
House or Patterson House, something like that? No?
All
right.
I don't know if I can say the name. It's secret. It's top secret.
Got it.
But we walked in, and they had like a coat closet from people that left coats. So we all put on these random coats. My coat was to my, not even halfway down my arm. So I got the baby coat, but just had a good time in there, and again, got to tell stories and jokes and get to know each other on a deeper level.
Photos where it didn't happen, Josh. We need to see those photos.
I got them, but I'm not showing them.
You're last year, one of the best stretches of your career. Crazy, 25 touchdowns over the last 9 games, better than anybody. You bested everybody in that. Are we giving Joe Brady too much credit for that?
No, absolutely not. No, he came in. What I love about Joe is he really wants to call plays that we want to run. Mm-hmm. He comes in to our meetings before, the day before the game, and he goes, I'm leaving. You guys figure out the first 3 runs that you guys want as an offensive line. Khalil Shakir, I want your favorite pass to get you going. Josh Allen, I want a quick game. I want a deep answer, and I want. So he goes in and he gives us the opportunity to call what we want to call, because his thinking is, if you guys want it, you'll make it work. So he puts all the trust in us, and we try to reciprocate that back to him and give him everything that we got.
Every quarterback, top to bottom, for all time, every year working on their decision-making. How does Joe Brady impact your decision-making?
Well, I think conceptually, making sure that, if 1 and 2 is not there, where's our third? Is it coming to the 1 and 2 where it's at? Understanding where our outlets are, and if it's not there, use the legs and get out. And, we're trying to make scramble drill one of our best plays, because we scramble a lot, and we're pretty dang good at it. Our offensive line over the last few years giving up the least amount of sacks, and that's contributed to a lot of different factors. But the main thing is we get out of the pocket quite a bit, and we got to be able to hit some of these ones that are deep and find ways to hit the ones that are easy too.
You got Joe. He spent a lot of time with another Joe Burrow. A lot of battles between you two. How often does Burrow's name come up?
Often. We talk about how he was in LSU, the concepts that he liked. He had a dang good receiving core too at LSU that year. So Joe gets to bring up some old clips and just like, hey, watch this route or watch this throw. So it's pretty fun to watch.
And he's trying to keep that receiving core together while you have all these new guys. Who do you like? You're saying the 1-2. Who's the third option? Who are you liking so far?
Well, I mean, I don't know if we really have a 1 or 2. I think we got a group of guys that are just finding ways to get open, and they're doing their job. They understand their roles within each concept. Curtis Samuel's a guy that sticks out to me using his speed. He's kind of a gadget guy. You can place him in the backfield. I'm sure you saw some of that today. Mm-hmm. He scored a touchdown running the ball. So Matt Collins bringing the juice, drafting a guy like Keon, guys that can go up and get the ball. MVS, a guy like Terrell Shavers, who's been in the system for a year now. He was on the P squad last year. He's come to play. But a lot of guys are making plays all over the field right now, and they're working really hard.
The stretch I'm talking about last year, you were doing your thing through the air with those 25 touchdowns, but you were running a lot. You ran more yards than Saquon Barkley in that time span. Do you want to keep running like that this year?
I'll do whatever is asked of me.
Do you enjoy it?
I don't like running. I don't like running in the off season. I don't like running sprints. I don't like any of that stuff. The only time I like running is when there's guys chasing me. So trying to get out of that and let these other faster guys and quicker guys and guys that can take some more hits. I mean, I could take a hit or two, but don't want to be in the business of that. So find ways to get it to my backs and my receivers and tight ends.
Can you slide, please?
I'm getting there.
Where's our slide game?
Okay, well, everyone wants to talk about the sliding, right?
Oh, really?
And
I didn't know
then
that.
fast forward or rewind to that Pittsburgh game where I didn't slide, right? Where there's been times throughout the season where, I come back in the locker room like, man, if I made this guy miss, I'm scoring, and everybody in the quarterback room's looking at me funny, like, there's no shot. And then I do it, and they're like, you know what, maybe you're right. So I guess I got to use my discretion when my gut tells me to slide, I'll slide.
That's fair. Man, I was going to make like a whole slip and slide at camp joke for you, and I'm not going to make it.
Who was doing that? Somebody was doing that.
Really? Oh, no. Shout them out. Who was doing that?
Was it Chicago?
Were they?
I think Chicago.
I don't know. We're going to Chicago. But we're here now in Buffalo talking to you. Last night, hot off the presses, number 12 on NFL's Top 100. Bills Mafia, super pissed. Are you?
I don't care.
Wow, that was like an eye roll. That was like a... But it's... No,
I've been in this league now. This is going into my 7th year. Listen, if it's not one, it doesn't matter. And the only way you really get to one if you win the Super Bowl. So any of that, it's all minutia.
This is your 7th year?
Going into year 7, yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. I'm looking at people also getting bothered about, watching guys get big deals. Tua, Trevor Lawrence got paid. Jordan, you are now the 13th highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. We love it for those guys. Again, I think Tua said this not too long ago. The market is the market. And it doesn't matter. I mean, the APY and the this and that and the cash flow. And there's so many different ways that you can look at a contract. Yeah. Some may look really good on paper. Some may actually not be that great when you actually get into the details. But I'm all for guys getting paid. This is a league where, it's the NFL not for long. Everybody's been saying that since, I was a rookie. You gotta appreciate your time in this league and understand when to strike. And for quarterbacks, when your time's up, it's your time to get a deal. So I'm just happy that guys are getting paid because, again, that's generational wealth for them and their families. And we all play the same game, and we're kind of a fraternity here in the NFL. So I'm very happy for all those guys.
Sure, but you can say that. 13 highest paid quarterback. Renegotiation in the works?
Hey, that time will come when it comes.
All right.
Just gotta win football games.
Tell me more about this chemistry with this receiving core. Outside of maybe to give me a little size up of Keon Coleman. Did he make it out to Paris? I saw some Paris pictures. Were there some of you guys running routes outside the Louvre? Come on.
No, he was not in Paris with me. That was a different trip. That was a lot of fun though. But yeah, this core that we got. I mean, I'm telling you, I think Matt Collins is kind of the head of that group right now in terms of the energy and the juice that he's bringing each and every day to practice, to meetings. He's getting in guys' faces on the defense as well, and it's infectious. And I think people are taking note of that and kind of following that lead because we're going to need that going forward. Everybody's got to have this mindset of I got to do my job in order to eat. I got to help my buddies eat so I can eat. So that's what we're trying to do right now. I'm talking to Deion Dawkins after this. Are we expecting? Somebody said he's the leader on this team. I go, is that a scary thought? Is that fun? Is that fine? What do you make of that? What do you mean? Is Deion Dawkins going to take on more of a leadership role? Absolutely. And I think he's been doing that. I think, he's been more talkative in meetings. He's been more talkative in the walkthroughs. He's letting everybody know, his goals and aspirations for the year. He wants to be all-pro Schno is what we're going to call him. So he's putting his head down right now. He's working extremely hard. I love that guy to death. He's been blocking my blind side since I've been here and hopefully for many more years to come. And, I do a lot of things for Deion Dawkins, I'll tell you that right now. Does this camp feel any different than any of the other 6? You know what? I'd like to think it does. Just the way that we're meshing as an offense right now. Typically you come out, the first couple days are defense predicated, especially with the defensive head coach, Levy Coach McDermott. But we came out, we were ready to go. Guys studied, guys worked extremely hard in this offseason. Guys showed up to OTAs. guys want to be here, and I think that that feeling that we have right now, it's very refreshing. Guys are gelling very well right now. You walk into the dorm rooms, and guys are playing cards at night. They're playing against each other in EA college football.
What's this Catan business?
Oh, the Catan business. Yeah, that's something that we got going on every night. I'm the leader in the clubhouse right now. Dalton is making a steady case for the number 2 right now. Spence and Dawson are fighting for that 3rd spot right now. And Dawson's going to come on. He's going to say that everyone's conspiring against him, but none of that. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, it sounds like the chemistry is at an all-time high here at Bills camp. I'm so happy for you. Somebody asked me yesterday, I was at Jets camp with Mr. Aaron Rodgers, and somebody asked me, what's the story of the NFL for you this year? And I said, it's got to be just who can take it from Aaron. Who can take it? Not from Aaron. Who can take it from Patrick? How can we keep the Chiefs from winning it again? Is that the story? Like, is that how you feel? It's like everybody versus the Chiefs?
I mean, back-to-back champs. I mean, that's what every team aspires to be. And to be the best, you got to beat the best, and you got to beat them when it counts. And we had our opportunities last year and didn't get it done. So everything that we're doing from here on forward is finding a way, 1, to get in the playoffs, and 2, to find a way to beat them, because they've shown that they're the ones to beat right now. So, everything that we're doing is for that.
Are you an underdog this season?
I mean, if you're asking from like the media perspective,
from
sure.
From yours.
From this inside this group, no, it's business as usual.
Yeah.
We're working hard. Coach McDermott always has great messaging for us that we try to follow here in the Buffalo Bills organization. It starts from the top. I think the players that Bean has brought in have been such a great culture fit for us and what we got going on here, and it's a very family type of atmosphere in this locker room right now, and it's a lot of love. Last one.
Rodgers told me that he was binge watching Lost at night. Not really watching the Olympics. He's binge watching Lost from front to end, beginning to finish. What are you watching? Anything?
House of the Dragon has been one of the things that I've been watching.
Okay.
I've been just trying to watch a few movies. I saw the new Deadpool yesterday, which was freaking fantastic.
You're
I
just
loved
leading
it.
me to water with that universe. Go on. This is deja vu.
I guess so, huh?
Why do you fall into that every time?
I watched Rock and Rolla, which is a Guy Ritchie movie, and I love Guy Ritchie. He's my favorite director. All of his movies really are fantastic. This one you can't stream it anywhere.
Okay.
So I told one of my strength coaches, Jason Osfart, he ordered it on Amazon,
cool.
like the actual disc, and I watched it the other day, and it was fantastic. So Rock and Rolla, if anybody, it's Gerard Butler, Idris Elba, Tom Hardy. It's a great cast.
I thought you were going to say you're binge watching one of the 3 seasons of Dickinson over and over. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good
Have
one
you
to
seen
watch
that
too.
one?
I've seen a few episodes, but
Maybe
it's
you
a good
should
one.
put that on the list. Look at
That's
that
on the
smile.
list.
I don't
Yeah,
have to
I know.
ask shit. Just look at that face. That's
love
one.
love.
That's one happy quarter. Did you say?
So we love love.
Oh my God. Goodbye. They're going to win the Super Bowl. See you later. All right, I'm here with Dalton Kincaid, who's going to have 7,500,000 million bajillion comma 000 catches this year. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
It's a little warm today out here at St. John Fisher, but overall the vibes are pretty high.
I'm so glad you wore a sweatshirt. It's like the anti when it's cold out and guys don't wear their long sleeves under their thing. You're just like showing your toughness.
It's a little bit like that, yeah.
You're all smiles. You're all smiles out on the field. You're celebrating. You're doing dances, Key and Peele vibes, all of this.
Yeah.
No pressure on Dalton Kincaid year 2?
I think we're just all feeling pretty good. I think the offense is in a good spot right now. The vibes are high. Everyone's pretty selfless right now, and I think that's the vibe going into the season.
Ooh, selfless. Was that not the vibe last year?
I'm not saying that by any means,
Okay.
but I think everyone's just feeling really good right now.
Great. You have a lot of targets to be had here in this offense. I did a little math. 241 are available. You had 91 last year. You add those together, you have 332. Divide that by 17 games, that's 19.5 targets. Your catch rate, let's just talk about this, 80.2% catch rate, which is insane. That means ipso facto, carry the one, 15.6 catches a game. Does that math work out for you?
I was never good at math, if I'm being honest, so I will trust you on that.
15.6 catches. Who's getting the ball in this offense?
Everybody. That's kind of the beauty of it is, everyone's an interchangeable piece, and our slogan this year is everybody eats. So I think everyone's just excited because could be you one game, could be another guy one game, could be everybody in one game. So it just kind of depends.
What's the biggest difference between this camp and your rookie year?
I think just familiarity and some experience. Rookie year, it's like, gosh, I got to know the plays. I got to know where to be. I got to do this, that. Got to be a good rookie. And this year, I think I'm just a little more comfortable knowing the playbook a little bit more, knowing the guys a little bit more. and just feels pretty good.
Is it what everybody says? It sort of slows down.
It does in some way. I think that's just kind of experience too in the game.
Yeah.
Is being out there and kind of seeing everything. And I mean, we go against our defense every day, so you get familiar with some of their calls and what they do, and find ways to kind of trick them into doing some stuff. So I think experience just helps you slow down the game.
What did you learn about yourself in this last year? Ups and downs, big games, big wins, big moments, big catches, lots of them.
I think the biggest thing was just that I belong. I remember, I think it was after our first or second game, I was sitting with Osiris Torrance, our rookie guard from last year, and we were both kind of just like, we can do this. And I think that kind of gives you some confidence and allows you to play better out there.
Is there a moment last year where you like sort of made that turn, even in the off season or even just right now, where you said, I can do this, I have the confidence?
I think definitely in OTAs, I started to kind of have more of that confidence, and just kind of let it ride in the training camp and then into the season.
Talk to me about this Catan thing. Day one of training camp, and Josh just sat here and he said, I'm the leader in the clubhouse as far as Catan is concerned, but he says that you're going to talk your shit and say that you are coming for him.
I mean, I won the game last night, to be fair.
How does one win? Can you explain in one sentence to someone who's never played?
It's basically a strategy, skill, luck game. So all three of those are factors. In the simplest way, you want to get to 10 points, and there's various ways to do it by having longest road, largest army. There's development cards, settlements and cities. But it's a fun way to cap off each night of camp.
It sounds fun here at camp to do that. Sounds really fun. Sounds like risk-ish. Risk? Anybody play Risk? Okay. I love that you know what Risk is. Wow. 80.2. I was walking with you and I gave you that number. You said pretty good, huh? Did you not know that number?
I did not know that was the catch percentage, no.
Yeah. Why are you catching everything that comes your way? Are your hands your superpower?
I mean, that's what I get paid to do, to be fair. But that's definitely something I pride myself on is being able to catch football when it's thrown my way.
Best non-football moment in Nashville?
In Nashville?
Uh-huh.
I mean, Dawson Knox just had his wedding.
No, I thought you guys went down. Did you not go down there with the group?
We did go down to
yeah.
throw.
Yeah.
But I did not feel good. I got sick that first night, so it was not the most fun for me.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
But Josh and I golfed, and we had a good time.
Yeah, he likes to golf, huh?
Yeah.
I love that. How is he as a leader who only I mean, you're a tight end, but at the receiver position, just Khalil Shakir. He was the only one that he really had any experience with going into this year. How has he stepped up as far as like building that chemistry?
I think he's just been more vocal as opposed to seeing it my rookie year. And I think that's something he had to do, and he's done a great job of doing it. Just with all the new guys, kind of talking them through stuff. Went on our throw-in trip and just kind of got the guys all together. And I think the biggest thing for him is just kind of having that bond and relationship, because I think he also believes that it really does carry over to being on the field, and having a good relationship and good chemistry with your quarterback is vital to success.
Josh told me you pick up the tabs a lot. You pay for a lot. Is that true?
I didn't know that.
Well,
I did not
that's what
know
he
that.
said.
No. I mean, it's mainly card roulette when we're out there.
Okay, got it. Let's talk about the fans and like what your experience has been over this year with them.
They're everywhere. That's for one. It doesn't matter where I am. There's a Bills logo or someone wearing some Bills apparel. And I mean, you got to see them a little bit today at practice. I think
they're wild in
it's
this weather.
Thursday.
It's crazy.
Yeah. On the weekends, it's even crazier. They're all here, but just for all of them to be out here on a Thursday, it's like, people have jobs, and there's still all these people out here somehow, some way. So the support's awesome, especially being up here makes practice a lot more fun.
Joe Brady spoke to Josh about him a bunch and just the effect he's had, him running at the ball more than he did before, him obviously throwing a ton of touchdowns more than anybody over that 9-game stretch. If you could describe the Joe Brady experience, maybe as a person, as a leader, as far as his impact.
Electric.
Wow.
I think he brings juice, and he's just very involved, I guess, with everybody. Like he wants everyone to come talk to him. He wants everybody to kind of give him their thoughts. And I think he just describes it as he's trying to work with us on this mission, because that's his job, is to try to put all of us in the best position we can and utilize us to the best of our abilities. So he wants to get to know us even more personally and just create a good relationship and just kind of have everyone eating. That's his main philosophy.
How much shit did you guys give Josh Allen for the hard launch? The year later hard launch?
I honestly haven't given him any shit.
Not at all?
I think everyone's kind of known
that.
about it. Haley's awesome.
He told me, he goes, love is love. I'm like, what? What do I even do? How do I even joke about that? It's amazing.
His number one rule: when you love somebody, tell them.
Oh my God, I love Josh Allen. Last one for you. You told me you love cards. You love collecting cards. Has he finally signed the one you wanted him to?
You know, I've been slacking on that.
Clearly you don't want it bad enough, Dalton.
I mean, I figured we're both here for a little while, so I've got some time.
All right. Give me one specific thing you're working on. Let's manifest it for this next year. One thing that you want to get better at, a statistic, an energy.
Being more intentional.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of with everything in life. And the more intentional I can be off the field, the better person I can be, which will help translate over to being a football player.
How are you a second-year player? Wheels are off. Training wheels are off for you this year. I heard you could ride a bike to camp now.
I know. That's the nice thing. I don't have to walk up the hill after practice, get down to the training room a little bit earlier than some people.
I want to understand this. So you weren't allowed last year? You did something wrong? Did you break a rule?
It's more frowned upon for a rookie to have a bike here.
Oh.
You know, so it felt pretty good. It's an e-bike, so I do very minimal pedaling.
You had to earn the bike rights.
I think it's just like a rite of passage.
Love that.
Once you have your first year under your belt, you can bring your bike and just kind of cruise around campus.
We're expecting big things. 15.6 catches a game on average from a young cat, Dalton Kincaid. We'll be back on Up and Adams. We will have Dion Dawkins, not so young cat, joining the show. What is that?
Dion, I just know Dion's going to bring some energy. I might sit here and watch Dion's segment.
What do I ask him? Tell me, ask him.
You could ask him anything, and he'll have a great response.
I have a couple cards for you. I had no plan for Dion. I literally don't have a card for Dion. What should I ask him?
I'll think of a couple things, but you can literally ask him anything.
He's a wild man.
Entertaining. Yeah.
Wild man. Is there a game you're most excited to check out or to circle this year?
Not necessarily. No.
Really? There's no like a revenge thing with something you want back?
No.
Okay, cool as a cucumber in the heat, wearing the tough guy long sleeve in a billion-degree situation here in Buffalo. We'll be back with Dion Dawkins. Oh, boy. All right, we're going to keep the offense going here. I ran into Von Miller. He looks great. I'm hearing great things. We talked to Josh Allen. We talked to a guy who's going to inherit a lot of targets in his second season, and he finally gets to ride his bike without training wheels here to camp in Dalton Kincaid. But now I got to brace myself. This is why I lift all them weights and drink all those energy drinks. It is time to present a delightful and honest Dion Dawkins. Here you are as one of the leaders on this team.
Yeah, man. I'm blessed to be who I am. I really am. I'm blessed to protect any quarterback that needs to be protected, which is mine, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's your boy. Want to talk about Josh a little bit?
Please.
He seems very at peace. He's running around with hubba hubba heart, circling his head saying love is love. What is up with this guy?
Love is love. Oh, look, my shirt says snow is love, right? It's just the lingo of that we have going. And Josh is in a good place, you know, like all the weight, all the stress, everything, it's lifted. You know, like we're just being free. Josh is being free. Josh is happy to be himself. And, you know, like he came into camp like with this different mindset in this year. Yeah. And I see it. And when you're around him and you can feel it. And, you know, 17, he's done a lot of things. And for the people to, you know, say certain things about him, he just let it all go. And now he's just out there just being who he is. And that's Josh Allen the Great.
I don't know how you do that, though. I want to understand because I feel like I'm talking to somebody who won a Super Bowl, and then you let it all go, and now we're here, and we got to the mountaintop, and we're good. What do you mean you let it all go? There's no, y'all didn't get there, and you didn't win it, and that's the expectation. So how do you let it go?
We just let what people say go. Okay. Because, you know, every year, like, you have every critic, every analyst, everybody, and they're like, oh, it's the Bills or bust, it's win or bust, it's this or that, it's this and that, and it's, oh, the Bills they have the best team on paper, oh, they have the best team not on paper, and we're just like, bro, like, we are who we are, and we're gonna do what we do, and that's win games, and we're gonna keep knocking at that door, and we're gonna, you know, eventually kick that door down, and that's why we're out here at practice, and that's why we're sweating, that's why we're grinding, like we grind to win it all. But like, you know, there's a couple of greats in this league, and I tip my hat to the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes and those guys, but like we want a shot too, and we're gonna do whatever it takes to try and get better every day.
To try and get better and knock at that door, something would have to change.
Yeah.
There's been some changes. So what has changed?
You know, I don't really think much changes. Like, I might sound crazy because, you know, everything has to change because we didn't win.
Maybe not.
I get that, but you know, a lot of things have to flow, and I was never a believer in luck, but luck has to swing too. Luck has to swing, you know, like a ball is going to have to bounce just in our favor one time. A play might have to get, oh, they didn't throw the flag, something. We just have to keep doing what we do and maybe add a little bit more and just, you know, hope for a little bit of the football gods. But
now you're not saying that those back-to-back champions had luck, are you?
Absolutely not. They are a different type of team, but it's a great little thing. But like, I'm a fan. Like, I love football and I like people that play the game the right way. And honestly, I tip my hat to it. Like, you know, like they beat us.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about them, and they beat us, and I'm happy. I'm blessed to be able to be at this organization and to get another shot at it, because that's what we do. We're up at that mitt and we're swinging away at it.
Dan, there's so many changes, so many player changes.
This team is different.
What does that face when you say, is it I can't tell?
Well, we're still figuring out who is who, because these hot practices, these grinding days, you need to be here and be there, but like on time, and you need to speak and you need to catch, and like all that stuff, it shows throughout the duration of camp. And everybody tells on themselves. Eventually, everybody will tell on themselves and everybody will show who they truly are. So, you know, it's kind of early in camp, but there's been a lot of flashes. And I know the offense is definitely excited about what we see. But I don't really look too much on the defensive side yet. I worry about the offensive guys first. But
is this team better than last year's team?
Every year it gets better. That's why Brandon Beane is who he is.
But why? Why is it better?
Because Brandon Beane put it all on paper.
Why? Not the Brandon Beane part of it, but why is this team stronger and has a better chance at that knocking at the door than last year?
I don't want to shoot anyone down.
Okay.
But when you have a lot of guys on a football team that are right at that cusp, that are trying to, you know, get to that elite level player and to be like that guy, when you're trying to become him, like when you're trying to get paid and when you're trying to, you know, take that next step, it's a room full of dogs. Everybody understands what they're up against and what they have to do to get what they got to get in life. And we have a lot of guys that are right at that cusp. And it's a good feeling to have a lot of guys that are just in a dogfight every day.
The whole thing is everybody eats, but I want you to tell me, put some love, give some love. Some what is it? Schno is love?
Schno is love.
Schno is love. Give some love to somebody on this offense with all of these changes.
Yeah, give some love. Man, I'm going to give a lot of love to Coach Cromer and Joe Brady. I think for coaches that do a good job and understand their players and allow their players to flourish in what they do well, it is the most beautiful thing that any player could ever like ask for. Because like me as a tackle, like realistically, I could be 6'4", 6'5" on a good day, right? Spencer Brown is 6'9", right? So why would you come to practice and coach Spencer the same way that you coach Dion?
That's fair.
Spencer is going to be able to do different things that would benefit him when I can do different things that benefit me. And I think that our coaches do a good job of maximizing everybody's potential the right way.
All-Pro Schno.
All-Pro
You
Schno.
mentioned Joe Brady. I'd like you to have a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah.
What is, is this going to be the year for the All-Pro nod?
It is, man. It is. It truly is. I got to cross that threshold. That is something that I want to do. That's something that I want to do for myself. But honestly, I want to do it for my quarterback.
Yeah.
If I'm an all-pro tackle for my quarterback, not that there's no excuses, but there's no excuses. Like, I was the best version of myself that I could be for my quarterback. And that's at my job. I'm a left tackle, and I plan on being the best player to ever protect for 17. Ever. forever. Even when I'm gone, I want that kid to say, bro, I miss Dion.
Like,
you know?
find somebody who looks at you the way that Dion wants to look at and protect Josh Allen. It is an amazing thing. You know what I want? I want the All-Pro for you. We're manifesting it. Joe Brady called it out. We love him. We love what he did, the impact he's had on the offense. I want you to get that ball and get in the end zone and do your thing.
Now, you are correct.
You haven't had it since 2019, babe.
I
What's
want to
up?
get in the end zone, too. I'm trying to party with the skinnies. I'm trying to party with them skinny boys, man. I got a couple dance moves for you.
What would you do?
Probably get a little Michael Jackson move on you. Probably even moonwalk. I'd even take my shoes off and run off the field.
I saw Vaughn.
I did, too.
Walking in there. Yeah, I'm sure you did. You
Yeah.
see him every day. Sweaty as all get out, doing his thing out there, coming off an injury. You got a very close look at him. How's he doing?
I think Vaughn is back to the nightmare of causing fear on the football field.
Okay.
And I said this to him the other day that if he don't feel it, but he's back. Coach put up a play in the team meeting where Vaughn was just showing that Super Bowl MVP effort, and it's a beautiful thing to see after like a major injury. And I'm telling you, better get ready.
Why doesn't he think he's back?
Who?
You said he doesn't think he's back, but he is.
No.
Oh, he knows he's back.
Vaughn knows, but for example, right, like Vaughn wasn't who he truly was at the end of last season yet.
Of course.
He was still healing. So we're only the lenses to really let him know who he really is, like how he is in practice and how he's showing up. And you know, every day Vaughn is feeling more and more Vaughn. And you can just see it and you can feel it. Like, he just got a different walk to him now.
Okay.
He don't got none of that, I'm going to feel it out. Vaughn is just a heat-sinking missile, man. And 40 is back.
I have a hard one for you.
Talk to me.
I saw Trey White the other week.
Ooh, I called him the other day.
Yeah. I was so happy to see him. I love him. You love him too.
Trey White.
So he said he wants to pick off Josh. Y'all play them again this year. Or y'all play them this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that those fans will cheer for me if I pick off Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Would you cheer a little bit for Trey?
I would cheer for Trey. After the game, I would cheer for him on FaceTime. Okay. But, you know, I just hope that Trey knows that he's behind enemy lines now. It's just like how I told Poyer. I said, there's plays and I'm going to pull around and I get to hit you. So when I pull around and I hit you, and just know you got a different jersey on, and I will talk to you after the game. So get ready. But I'm happy for Trey and Ikea and his family. You know, Trey is a good dude, and if anybody could bounce back and get to the level that he was at, it's definitely Trey White.
Can't wait to see that. What's going on with the Dolphins? They're taking shots at you guys. Why is everyone taking shots at the Bills? John Smith said Buffalo has to be the worst place you could be. Did you hear that?
He probably just doesn't like to be cold. Okay. You know, but he's Janu.
What does that mean?
Janu is just Janu, which is a good dude, but you know, like he would rather be in the sun. He would rather be in the sun than the snow. And if it's a preference, hey, I mean, like, he gets what he got. He went from the Patriots to what?
He's Miami.
The Dolphins, and he was with Tennessee.
He was with Tennessee for a minute.
Yeah, so he's been in a couple of places that, you know, can make him not want to be in.
Just wanted the snowman to make sure that
6 feet of snow.
I mean, there's no. I wish there was snow right now. I wanted to ask you about Josh Allen, your boy, because every time I mention I don't have to mention him. You talk about him. You said he's barking more. Yeah. He's more vocal this year. Yeah. Why? Where did that? What happened?
You know, when you lose a couple of pieces, like on the team that were a voice, you know, like, you have to maybe put a little bit more in your pocket so you can take it out and chew it and spit it out.
Okay.
But you know, Josh gets older every year, so his confidence gets a little bit better, and it's just like a kid. Like, you start off not talking, and then eventually the kids don't shut up, you know, and then they just talk all day, dad, 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 which is cool. But you know, Josh is just getting more of a feel of who he wants to be and not what the world wants him to be. And Josh is comfortable with being who he is. So he understands that for this offense to take off the way it needs to, all these young guys need to hear and see and feel Josh Allen on a daily basis.
Tua and Trevor got paid.
Yeah.
And it brings him down to the 13th highest paid quarterback in the league.
That's how the league is.
Does that bug you?
Nope. because Josh's time is coming again. It's coming again. And then when
amazing.
he comes again, we'll probably have steak dinners probably every Monday instead of pizza parties.
Is that right? Do you eat these pizza muffins?
Yeah. But them pizza parties are lit, but it might be steak and lobster now.
It should be.
Which it is already. Which it is, but it's like Josh is probably, like, because the Christmas gifts get better and better every year. Josh got his Fat Cat scooters to Rolexes to this year it'll probably be a Patek. You know what I'm saying? Protect for the protection.
Is that the first time you've said this?
Yeah, that's the first time I said this.
Okay, Josh Allen, it's Patek on the menu.
Season.
I wanted to ask you one last thing. I saw your beautiful family.
Yeah.
You have these 3 amazing children.
Yeah.
Can everyone? It's like more of a question for the audience. Can this audience imagine having this man, Deion Dawkins, be your father? Like, we need to sell a show to Netflix.
I'm a loose cannon, and they have so much fun.
I bet.
Oh man, Deanna does a great job of parenting and teaching positive in parenting and trying to switch up the culture, and it's tough. But me, as a loose cannon, I'm telling you, when I walk in that door, it is tornado.
She really deserves the All-Pro.
She is an All-Pro, and she's been that.
We love to hear it.
And she's been that. But definitely, when it comes to that fun meter, it is through the roof. It is through the roof, man. They are spoiled out this world.
I don't know how you have the energy. I literally don't know.
I really don't know either. It just happens. But I feed off of people though.
I guess.
Like I feed off of people, and then when they run up and smile and say, "Dad," it's just like it's a shot of energy.
Yeah, I got this other question about the other Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Hines Allen.
It's one of my favorites.
Asked to be changed. I'm so happy he got paid.
He's one of my
deserves every
favorites.
minute. Yeah, he's amazing. He was asked if he did that to avoid being called the other Josh Allen. He said, "Well, I'm 2-0." And y'all face them on week 3, Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Want to respond now?
Do I want to respond?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like me and Josh have a good relationship. So I respect Josh a lot. I respect players that play the game the right way. There's a lot of guys that talk, and there's a lot of guys that play the game the right way. I appreciate Josh even asking me input on certain things. And I'll tell you this, right? Like I had a interview on the Herd, and I was talking about Trey, and I was talking about Trey from the Bengals, and I made a comment about how, with some of these defensive linemen, when they don't wear gloves, it brings just a different feeling on the field, right? Because, we do a lot of things to protect ourselves, and our fingers, if your fingers go, you kind of play a little softer because you don't want to bang your hand.
Okay.
And when a player comes out there and plays with no gloves on, it's like, all right, this guy has a little bit different to him. This year, Josh is playing with no gloves. And he messaged me the other day, literally the other day, and I reposted him. And I said, I see you, kid, or I see you. And I appreciate that because I know that, all right, he's bringing a little bit more to his game in this year. And I think that just with that little bit, it'll take him even further because he's one of the greats. He is a great player. He's the size, the speed, the respect, just the person on and off of the field. I am a fan, and I respect him.
I love this. Sounds like you're really excited for this primetime game, week 3.
I enjoy playing in good players because it gets to show why I'm who I am too. Because in this market here in Buffalo, there's a cloud over it. And with the cloud being over it, but sometimes the light doesn't shine on some of the players. And I'm not just talking about myself.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of players that should be on a top 100, should be on an All-Pro list, should be on a Pro Bowl, should be in everything. But sometimes with the markets, it definitely sways a couple of things. But I'm a soldier to the game.
That's
so I'm gonna
right.
keep on
and it's
marching
all up,
forward.
it sounds like. I don't feel like you want to beef with anybody right now.
Nah.
Deion,
I'm
you
too
can't
real with
say
it.
nah. You beef with people all the time.
Nah. So, but you call it beef. It gets spun.
Tell it like it is.
Like I just speak the truth. People ask me about the Jets all other time, and I'm just like, and they're like, "What is your beef?" And with the Jets, and I'm like, "Look, there ain't no beef with the Jets. It's just some of the players that say things that they shouldn't be saying. I don't think that, for example, right? If Michael Jordan is on the court and there is a player that has no name, Nobody knows who he is. He should not be walking on the field and talking to Michael Jordan like Michael Jordan ain't who Michael Jordan is. Josh Allen is and Michael Jordan. So you want to talk to MJ in front of me and I'm his personal protector? Oh, yeah, I'm the first one to throw hands. I'm the first one. And I'm going to be that every single time. Like, that's what our life is, and that's where my mind is. I am a protector. Everything in my life has been that. I protect my family. I protect my friends. Protect my quarterback. That's who I am.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Who on the Jets can go talk to MJ? Who on their roster has reached the Deion Dawkins threshold of you not throwing hands? It's a good question.
You know,
Reddick, maybe, if he showed up.
I love Haas.
So if he could he come talk? Could he come bark at your quarterback?
I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Can't nobody bark at my quarterback.
So nobody can talk to MJ.
Nobody.
I like it. I think it's the way it should be.
Nobody.
There's nobody like you, and that's why you are amazing, and fans love you as much. Oh, we have one more question from what? Oh, Temple with Reddick.
Yeah, Temple was hot.
Let's FaceTime your boy. Let's get him to camp. No?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to, but what is he doing now? I don't know. Wait, what is he doing now?
We don't know.
Did he report to camp yet?
He is not.
Bro, maybe I should call him.
Let's FaceTime him and see where he is. Let's see where he is.
This is crazy.
Let's see. It's your boy from Temple. We should just check in.
Let's
you know,
see.
I asked Aaron yesterday, when's the last time you talked to him? He goes, when he got signed, when he got traded. I said, that's a long time ago.
Let's see, man.
Oh, boy.
Let's put
Haas
Haas
is
on
not
the-
going to love
Haas.
this.
I hope, listen,
That's
bro.
all I need. I'm angry pass rusher
Ooh.
mad at me.
He won't be mad.
Oh, no?
And what if he's like playing duty or in the weight room
Just don't
lifting?
have clothes on or like.
Hey,
He's not going to answer?
he's probably at practice now.
You think he's practicing?
I hope so.
Is he one of the best?
Speed, agility, skill.
But their
Yeah.
defense is supposed to be top 5.
They
Out of
are
the top
good.
10 without him?
Are they out of the top 10?
Without him?
I think that Haas is a big piece.
Game changer, I
yeah,
agree.
but first of all, the Jets have a great defense and team every year.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great team. Like, their defense plays us hard every year. Their DNs hit us in the mouth. Their D tackles are strong.
Mosley.
Like, yeah, their linebackers, there's corners, everybody. The Jets do a good job.
I'm sorry. What
But
is the world ending? Are pigs flying? The Jets do a good job is coming out of the mouth of Deion Dawkins. I've seen it all.
But they do. But I mean, the players are still the players.
and those players aren't MJ, according to Deion Dawkins. We love you. I'm going to save you some trouble because your PR is getting itchy about all the Jets talk. I know you're the best. Anything else you want to get out there? We talked about parenthood. We talked about Josh Allen.
Drifting. Let's talk about drifting.
What do you mean?
Do you know what drifting is?
Oh God, no, I don't know what. Why are all the players at a point in their career where they're interviewing me? No, I don't know what drifting is. Tell me.
Do you know
in a
what
car?
drifting is? Car drifting. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever seen
Like Toretto?
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift?
Toretto.
No, Toretto was
A bad
late
guy?
in that movie.
Oh, I don't know.
Like he only had maybe 2 minutes in that movie.
Jordana Brewster, gorgeous. She's
Right.
the sister of that guy with the bald head that looks like The Rock, but he's not.
He's not The Rock.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
And then,
But
that's
drifting,
all I
though.
know.
Drifting is
Tokyo
driving
drifting.
cars sideways very, very, very
And
fast.
this is what we're doing these days?
This is Snow Motorsports.
Snow
tune in.
Motorsports.
Nah, it's a cool thing.
I
It's
can't
very,
imagine
very cool.
Brandon Bean and Sean McDermott are like, this is cool. Get me some merch.
I mean, they actually enjoy it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Are they? Who would make a good drifter out of those two? Brandon Bean or Sean?
I think Bean.
Shut up,
Bean.
really?
Big baller Bean, bro. He has the big baller mindset.
Big baller Bean. And on that note, like I said, there's no one like him. A leader, the leader
Right.
on this team, Deion Dawkins. I don't think I'll ever be able to do a training camp for the rest of my life where I don't hit up St. John Fisher University and check out what the Bills are doing, because they do it in such a great way. It feels loose. It almost feels like, am I allowed to go here? Everyone's allowed to walk in this area. They keep it very high energy, atmospherically, great music, and the fans bring it. And you got the mascot out there. That happens at all camps, but I think it's the size and the intimacy in this one. It's such a small college campus that really brings it to life. And so I wanted to say quickly, thank you to the Bills. Thank you from the Pagula family down, everybody, our FanDuel side. Such a great relationship. We love being partnered with the Bills. And so it was always going to be a stop for me to hang out. And thanks for the time to Josh Allen and, of course, to Deion Dawkins and to Dalton Kincaid for stopping by. This offense is going to be very interesting. Are there additions by subtractions? Hamilton, I looked for some of those answers. I didn't really get clear ones.
Yeah, and it sounds like the selflessness was the word of the day. Everybody eats is the slogan of this camp. And you could feel it in talking to Josh, too. It's almost like he's unburdened by some of the things now, and he's able to be more of himself, be more vocal, we kept hearing as well.
Yeah. We're in reading between the lines, someone out there will say that he maybe feels more comfortable now that, some of the pieces on offense, like a Stephon Diggs, I'll just say it, have now found a home elsewhere, and he maybe feels like everybody can eat, that he can say that. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's going to be certainly talked about and scrutinized. And that only puts, by the way, that narrative has nothing to do with Stephon Diggs. It only puts more pressure on this team. It only puts more pressure on the Bills to show that that narrative might have been true or whatever might have been going on or not going on. I'll say this. The only thing I can say with absolute certainty is that Joe Brady changed the game. And Josh Allen wants to give him credit. He impacts his decision making. We don't want to use the turnover word around here, but it's still a thing and something that I know he's working towards and clearly working towards diligently. I think that and chemistry must be high on his list of priorities. But it's no secret, if you look at the game splits, if you look at the change that happened as far as balancing the offense, running the ball, doing whatever, Joe Brady is the game changer in this offense.
Yeah, he really is. And Josh talking about him giving the players more say in the offense and more control was cool. But everybody's wondering who the number one guy is going to be.
There isn't one.
There isn't one. I'm getting Packers vibes. It could just be everybody, a different guy every game. And that's hard to defend.
Somehow Brady and McDermott, of course, who deserves a lot of credit, they've convinced them, and it's not that it should take, but it kind of does. They have successfully put into their heads, as far as Dalton Kincaid said this, illustrated this perfectly, that'll be great. I'll have a good game one day. You'll have a good game the other day. It's okay. Let's spread the ball. And that might be the difference when it comes to doing the Deion Dawkins knock on the door and finally pushing through it. We all know the story of this year. I'll die on this hill. It is simply who's going to take out the Kansas City Chiefs, who's going to keep them from three-peating. And, nobody can talk to Michael Jordan, speaking of three-peats. That was so fun.
That was unbelievable.
We already thanked all the Bills, their PR staff, incredible. We're going to go do One Bills Live. We're going to hang out here. We gave out fans. We are headed to Commanders Camp tomorrow. If you see us, scream up and Adams, and we will get you guys fans. We will do all of the things. Who should we talk to tomorrow? Bobby Wagner. Oh, gosh, I have to dress up. I have to look better than I do today for Bobby Wagner. No. We will be there. Enjoy the YouTube, guys. Tell your friends. Peace, love, kindness. Bye. See ya. 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 No.